Hello my friends, and boom! Welcome to this recording of my pro opening round. So, I'm going to play Pro Division. I'm going to play 18 holes here straight, so I'm ready, I'm pumped. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good score. I'm going to talk my way through it, maybe not as active as I'm doing on stream, but still in a way that explaining the things that I'm doing, and also maybe get some drops. And the key, and not the key, but basically the goal is to give ourselves a good run here, so we do have a good tiebreaker for the weekend round. The weekend round for Pro will be streamed live, but due to needed some rest, then I'm going to do a recording instead of making a stream. So I think it's time to get going. We're going to start with hole number 1. I'm going to start with the extra mile here. We need to play with the clubs that we do have. We don't have that good clubs, especially not for going to the green in 1. Going to see here, we just opt in here. Can see the scores here on top. We're going to see minus 22 on top. Going to be some better score, but in the end it's like this is a very tough tournament, and that is something that we need to have in mind. So even though if you play a minus 19, 20, 21, 22 and above, that is a good score and something that you shouldn't be sad about, because you could actually find yourself in a position that you will actually win. We are going for a minus 22. That is our main goal here. We're going to go with Kingmakers and Titans, and now I know we do have the top spin to be able to bounce here, but still we do not have enough top spin, so we're going to just put ourselves up here on over the rough and just rely here on that we stay away from the rough. We hit perfect. Always awesome to hit the first ball perfect. That is something that I always search for, to hit that ball perfect, let it roll down there, and then we're going to have a thorn for the pin, which is going to be the main club that we hope that we get something to drop. And as well, if you're watching this video, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. And also, if you for some reason are watching on Twitch and are a Twitch person, you can find us there under the name Golf Clash Tommy. So follow the stream there, then we will get the notifications in your phone or in your tablet. So we'll play ourselves up. I'm going to have some music here. And I'm taking a walk. So hole number 1, kind of like that is the easiest hole that we are going to play. But also it's like, I think it's a little bit, we do want it to have, maybe going to go with a blue marble or something like that, even though we don't have it. Like the big topper here with a berserker or a blue marble will be like perfect. I know we talked about it in the qualifying round, but we don't have that, we don't have, what can I say, the balls for that, you know. Going to give ourselves the max. I'm going to go a little bit of side here. Hit that one perfect. Want to come in there to the right with that bounce. Oh my god, was way off. Way off. Maybe going to just bounce that one on the green instead of going with the max backspin. Kind of like many times you rely on the max ball guidelines. So not even close, but we take the birdie and go to hole number 2. See if our opponent can get it in from the bunker. Tough shot here with the Spitfire though. So if you have played your opening round, please make a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what score you got. Are you through to the next round already, or how does it look? And tomorrow Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, and we do have weekend again. The days go so fast, and I can't wait until me, Amelia, and the rest of my family go to Spain, 13th of June for 10 days. Going to be amazing. So we take the birdie here. We're going to forfeit all the shootouts. The reason we do forfeit, I know I've been talking about that a lot, but the reason we do forfeit is because we, first and foremost, want to save a little bit of time, especially when we're going to play a lot. Then in the end as well, we don't need coins, so it's just, I think it's important that if you can spend the coins and don't care about the win percentage, that you actually can focus on the win that we actually have on the holes in general. Then maybe we'll put some smiles on our opponent's face while forfeiting at least. I'm going to see we do have the sniper for hole number 2. So I'm actually going to go for the rough bump here. Sure, we could go with the garden here, but I'm going to go for the rough bump instead. I kind of need to get something to drink as well. It's going to be some changes here in the upcoming weeks. Looking forward to that a lot. So I can't wait for me to actually tell you what's going on as well. And that puts a smile on my face as well, you know. We play first. We're going to go with 3. We're going to... Hit that one perfect. Wanted to use the curl a little bit to the left. Kind of push ourselves on... That is close! That is a good shot though. That is close, close, close! Would be awesome to get the hole in one that one. I feel like after I've been talking to some other really great players in the game, where I kind of tweaked and tweaked and tweaked, and I feel comfortable now with hole number 2. But you can play this one in so many different ways, in my opinion. But there is no way that it's like, okay, if you play this way, you're going to be close all the time, you know. So I do think the rough bump there is definitely the best way to go. Our opponent's going to go with a basic ball. Good shot with a basic ball there. So we potted in here and take the birdie. As you can see, like we played with a lot of titans in the qualifier. We're going to play with a little bit more kingmakers now in the opening round. And the thing is, like, sure, it may be balls that we don't need to use, but for me it's all about to dial in the same win that we're going to play in the weekend round. So for an example, if I would be using a Quasar, it would be a slightly different approach. Instead of using Kingmaker as have more distance, for an example. So I think that is all to try to like get that advantage in the tournament, that you actually feel like, okay, if I do have basically the same win, then I'm going to be very much okay. So we're going to forfeit this shoot as well. I'm gonna go to hole number 3. Here is like I do 209 yards. We do not like... Nah, we're going to go with the extra mile. It's going to be tough otherwise. We're going to go with the sniper as well. Hole number 3. Let's see if we can get close to the albatross at least. Maybe we'll get it to drop. That would be awesome. The drive here is very, very important to just stay away from the rough, from the bunker, because you don't want to put yourself in that situation and go into the green. Big topper, level 3, will work well here, you know. So the big topper with the topspin here is going to work well. I would wish that I would be having the big topper in at least level 4 to have like 8 yards more on the club, like from 209 yards to 217. But this one will be perfect in the middle of the fairway. Oh, yeah, in the middle of the fairway, but it did hit the rough. That was unfortunate, actually. Now it's going to be a really, really tough way to reach for the green, though. We're going to use a Titan. We do want to have a little bit more wind to work with. Slightly curl it to the right, and then we're going to overpower. Hit that one great. And come in nicely. We do want to bounce past the tree, please. So we don't have the tree. Sit! Sit! Yeah, so we don't have the tree in our way, which is going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. You can see my hair. I really need to get myself a haircut. So still going to be possible, especially now with the tailwind here from our opponent. Like for our opponent, of course. So this is going to be a long video. So you can, of course, pause, you can rewind, you can fast forward to get to the holes that you do want. And hopefully you will be through to the end. There are going to be other recordings, of course, up for Expert and Rookie as well. I'm going to stream Expert and Masters on Friday with start 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gonna be... So we are not going to have the tree in a way whatsoever. Okay, nice, man. A little bit too much, and the thing is like to try to find a spot where the ball actually can bounce on a flat area. As you can see on the ball guideline, it got pushed a little bit out there to the left by the bounce. A little bit over adjusted as well. I went with 8 rings for that one. Putted in for an eagle. Well done from for our opponent. So we take that one. I'm going to go to shootout. Going to forfeit. So we take we are -4 after 3. Like solid start, nothing special really. Hole number 4, we're going to go with the sniper here. So all about like to get a good start, like front 9, get the boost the confidence, get the good start. if I'm going to listen to some other music. We're going to go to Summer Sun, as it's called. Yeah, and of course it's a not of course, but it's a Swedish song. So like people always ask like, Tommy, what type of music do you listen to? And like I do listen to a lot of pop music. Swedish, Norwegian, English pop music, like. So we're going to bounce on the island here. Sure, if you do have a wind resistant ball, then you could basically go by the rough there on top by the green. And maybe we're going to go for that one. Like with a Kingmaker, we're going to reduce the wind a lot, and we could go for the rough bump actually. We're going to see here actually. See, we're going to change approach to go by the rough. 6. So we're going to go 5 points. It's going to be very tough to hit that. Like we're going to go with island instead. Too much to right, shouldn't be going with that curl. We're kind of like perfect with our adjustment there. Using that curl. Maybe we would have missed anyway, like. Ooh, yeah, it is summer. So our opponent gets it in for birdie. We're going to go do the same. And then we're going to go to hole number 5. Hole number 5 is definitely an eagle opportunity. We're definitely going to do our best to maybe see if we can grab that one, you know? And this is like, this is a tournament that we're going to see definitely a lower scores in general when it comes to pro and rookie. And the reason for that is like hole number 9 is basically, no, it's, I would say, impossible to reach into if you're not playing like with really upgraded clubs. So we're going to check here. I do have 2 berserker balls. We'll not like 2 berserker balls. Maybe going to use it in the weekend if we do find ourselves in that position. Going to go with the clubs that we do have. Thorn as well. Hole number 5. Let's do it. Can we grab the eagle here? Would be awesome. See if we can reach over to second fairway there. Like we had really low wind, I believe. Or no, I don't know. Really, I don't remember really. Okay. Oh, of course I remember now. So yeah, we're not going to. I was actually thinking about rookie. So we're going to go on the right side. I believe actually I'm going to have straight wind with this shot there for our second shot, which is going to be good. I take that all day and every day. I was actually thinking like, okay, maybe we get tailwind can go directly onto the green, but I like, Going to stay away from the rough on the right, which is important. Otherwise, we can go with max topspin. Put ourselves up there nicely. Good shot from our opponent. As you can see, like, we're not going to be able to reach. Now we're going to go with a Titan. Doesn't really matter, so we're going to spend a Titan. Did that one perfect. Going to come in nicely. Sit. A little bit too much, actually. I do think we will have a little bit, an arrow with a little bit pointed in a different direction there. This one would be perfect, actually. So we went a little bit too short, a little bit too long. But here we do want to have a club with a little bit more backspin. Otherwise, this is going to be very, very tough approach. So a low level Thorn is going to be way better than a low level Hornet, because then you can go directly onto the green instead of having to like have a problem with the Hornet. As you can see here, have to aim there just close by the rough. It's it perfect. Get in the hole. Close. Our turn. As you can see here, we're going to go in max backspin here with the Thorn. Gonna go here, aim a little bit here actually to no! That is so close! That's so close! But I moved the adjustment just slightly there before I released, so otherwise that would have been in. So that was so close. We're going to take the birdie and go from there. No. Borty. So that was close. We want to have that one. We want to boom it. Like, make it boom. So we're going to go, the hole number 6 is going to be a tough hole. And it's going to be a really tough hole. We're going to go with the sniper here. Again, it's like, should be able to reach. We're going to go with the Kingmaker here. Maybe with the Titan here on hole number 6. It's going to be a very, I would say, like a very tough hole to make an eagle on, especially if you miss your drive. If you miss your drive, I would say you basically, not basically, but you will, like, to a small degree, do an eagle. So the drive is very important, and as we do have, like, some wind to the right there, we're going to try to go as far as possible on the left side. And the reason I'm going for the left side is because I do like that side a little bit better than going on the other side, you know. Maybe going to go with a Kingmaker anyway. It's going to see how far this one will reach, actually. It's going to, okay, with just... Now, our opponent, of course, hopes that we're going to make something incredible and make an albatross. That is not something that we can make by order. We're going to max top. Use the wind that we do have. We're going to go max overpower. I would take a thanks there, even though. So that was a good shot. Hopefully we will have like 5 in wind here with our sniper again, and then it's going to be no problem. I remember we actually went with a. I don't know. I don't remember really. Did we go with the big dog the last time? I don't know. Our opponent just gonna play himself up forward. I love Spotify though, but I have one song on repeat. Like, I need to change song. Okay, 5.7. Oh. Went with 5 rings. A little bit too. Yeah, we need to go a little bit more there. It's like with basically min distance, 5 rings with a 5.7. Okay, so a little bit more, like maybe go for the exact adjustment there, like go with 5.7 rings instead of like when the 5.7 in win. So yeah. So still going to be an easy eagle for us, and our opponent's not going to be happy with this hard approach here. It's like he's in between clubs, and with the garden here, try to go for the dunk. Go for the dunk. I'm going to bounce on the green. Get out, get in the hole. Ooh. That's a nice shot actually. So we take the eagle here, and then we're going to go to hole number 7. I'm going to continue with the sniper and go for the rough bump. Hole number 7. We'll go with the sniper. Going to see which one I'm going to take. Let's see what we're going to take. So we're going to go first. I'm going to go with a kingmaker, going to reduce the wind a little bit. Going to go with 3. Combine with 1 inside spin to right. I'm going to go with 3.5. Oh, that's not good. me with that is not good, and we drop it in for a boom on a hole in one. So we were a little bit under adjusted there. So I went that exact number of rings there according to that adjustment, but I need to go with a little bit more there as downhill, of course. So we take it, we get the boom, get the hole in one. That's awesome. So well, I don't remember who it was, but it was I remember the first stream on Monday's qualify before we have even tried the whole try the holes that much. Somebody said to me like, Tommy, try to rough bump like 3 bars of backspin, 3.5, something like that. I say thank you. So this is going to be short into the bunker. So we take that one. Of course, then I'm going to hole number 8. I really do like hole number 8. Hole number 8, we're going to have the same clubs that we do have, the extra mile and sniper, but the most important part is that we're going to have the thorn. Oh. Bad target. So going to go and bounce over here. It's like with a berserker or something like that, and it should be maybe possible to go over. We're gonna go with 4, not more than that. Like we do want to be able to stay before the rough. Using the curl as well as we need to. Works perfectly. I'm going to bounce there forward. Sits nicely there for us. We use max side spin to the left and combine with basically max curl on the next mile level 6. And then you maybe think like the fairway there is just basically straight, but the reason for it is that the bounce is kicked a little bit to the right. So you, as you can see there on the ball guide line, it's kicked a little bit to the right, so we need to adjust that with curl to the left. Otherwise we're going to be in the rough to the right. This one is going to be, see here, it's going to be a little bit too much to the right, but it's going to be enough. As you can see, kicked out there. We're, oh, nice sit. Well done. Okay, get some booms, We're on fire tonight. So well, like that's a good shot. I know, like we need to hit it perfect, but we know we're going to be close. I love the thorn in min distance. Basically, I love that. So so we drop that one in. Our opponent's going to have basically the same. Going to be have the arrow a little bit pointed to the northeast. Just a little bit. It's going to be close. Going to come in hot though. Maybe go with 2.5 in backspin the next time instead of 3. Like we were really close. So hits it great and going to be on the left there. So that is unlucky. Otherwise that would be definitely going in with a perfect. A good game, my friend. Really polite guy. Thanks a lot, Sam. Good luck to you as well. So we're going to see here. Now we have been building ourselves a good score so far, like with minus 12 of the 8, and then we're going to see here now for hole number 9 how we're going to do that one. I'm going to go with a big topper, or it doesn't really matter. We're not going to play it in that way anyway. Maybe. Nah. We're going to go with extra mile. Doesn't really matter. We're going to go with sniper as well. We're just going to play ourselves up there to the left and go for the sniper like if we can say the general way. So then you maybe think like, oh, Tommy pull off the berserker, but no. Even though I pull off a berserker, we're not going to have the enough wind, or like first and foremost, we're not going to have the enough topspin on our drive. Combined, we are not going to be having enough wind to be able to reach for the green in 2 anyway. So then we're going to save the berserkers and actually use the berserkers on other holes, or maybe not at all in this tournament. So take that, going to just bounce ourselves over. Have in mind that this ball is going downhill, so I'd rather over adjust this one a little bit. There we go. Hit that one perfect. It's going to be downhill, but still I want to bounce it before the rough close there. A little bit too short here, to be honest. So that's why I wasn't sure that with my adjustment. It's not that often that I do play with an extra mile, so it's kind of like gets get some shots to dial it in, you know. But still, we're going to be there. We're going to reach over to the left, and that is the thing that we do want. So the key here is, of course, to not go into the rough or into the bunker there short and stay there, because that is going to be very, very tough to even reach to get the birdie. So this is definitely one of the hardest par 5s in the whole game to make an eagle on. It's a big, big challenge on, I would say on expert and on masters. It's possible to reach the green too, but still it's very, very tough. And I would say this tournament in general with the win, I would say I would applaud Playdemic actually for that, because it's tough in all the levels. And that is what we are looking for. We're looking for a difficult tournament that we actually are able to do a good score, but are still going to be needed to work for it. We hit the grade, doesn't really matter. We're going to use the backspin here, as you saw, combined with side spin. Lay ourselves up there, then we're going for max backspin onto the green. Not onto the green, but bouncing onto the green with the max backspin. Sorry for that explanation. So as you can see, like, we wouldn't be able to reach even that far, and then we would have to bounce it over the rough, and then we have a long iron for the pin. And then we either have to bounce it as we are doing with our sniper now for our third shot, or we're going to have to go directly onto the green. Going directly onto the green with max backspin, going to be tough. So if you think the hole through before you play it, you kind of like feel like, okay, if I can't reach further than as a long iron to the pin for my second shot, then I definitely would suggest that you go to the play with the sniper instead. Come on, buddy. 3 seconds. Stressed it there in the end, of course. The time was running out. A little bit unlucky there, actually. All like with the 30 seconds, you may try to find just that perfect line. Sometimes it's better to just line up a little bit quicker to not find yourself in that position. We're going to go in max back. Good try. A little bit to the left, but it's a good try for the eagle. We take the birdie. We're happy with that. We're happy with a minus 13 for the front. See here, it's going to be a tough one for our opponent. It's going to be possible though. Use like 2 bars of topspin. Kind of need to use that, buddy. Yeah, and as much side spin to the right as possible. Even more, I would say. Kind of help a little bit so you not have to adjust there close to the rough. Oh. This is a perfect example for like how you should actually zoom in a little bit, let the arrow point to north, and then adjust from there instead of like kind of eyeballing it, because this one could easily be a little bit too long, and now of course too much to the... Oh, that's unlucky actually. Rolls down, and it's going to fall back down all the way to the rough, and that is such a killer. That is such a killer green. That's so unlucky. Take the birdie. I'm going to just get myself something to drink as my opponent takes the sandwich to the pin. Get in the hole. Come on, my friend. Perfect. Oh, no. That won't go in. A little bit unlucky for our opponent there, of course. The Coca-Cola is back. We need it. It's Thursday here in Sweden. Sun is shining. Absolutely amazing weather. I'm so happy for that. Minus 13 for the front. Very happy with that. With the clubs that we do have, and with the lack of reaching for hole number 9, I'm very happy with that. So we're going to go directly now and play hole number 1. Not 10. But yeah, you know what I mean. Hole number 1, hole number 10. Same thing. Going to open a pin chest. I should have done that before. Dart. Skewer. Apache. Marlin ball. We're going to put the gold chest here. See if we can be a little bit closer here on hole number 1. We weren't even close the last time. It's too bad actually that we don't have the top spin to go for the green. It's like that is still like, if we would be having a berserker, I would definitely try for another approach to the green, but maybe going to use, like, I have 3 balls of berserkers. Maybe going to just see, if I'm going to pull one out now. We do have some trees in our way though. You're going to just take it quick to just line up, because I'm not seeing any other way to use a berserker on the holes here. But if we can find a way to reach the green in 1, or like close for a wedge or something, that would be good. Let's see. Like, let's go and see here. 7. Okay, we should be able to reach over here, like we do go over the trees. I'm actually going to try, you know. Like, if we go there, I'm going to go with max topspin here for this try. And the reason I try this one is because I do want to maybe go with this type of approach in the weekend. Oh, we don't have enough. We don't have enough curl. Still, we are in the rough there. Like, we do have 2 balls more. Maybe we're going to see if we can hook or slice it, maybe. As you see, we're not basically even close there. Okay, but at least we tried it. We tried it. The thing that I wanted to there is, like, if I would be having next mile level 7, I would be having more curl. Or like with a low level apocalypse or something like that, I could maybe go, it's interesting. And of course, more sidewind, that would be hard, but the berserker ball is needed. We could reach over though, and the trees are not in play as we're going to go higher than, but we definitely need more curl. I'm going to see if we can. I'm going to. The screen is kind of like really tough with that. We're going to go up there in front, rather come in a little bit hot. Oh, came in very hot, a little bit too much to left. Okay, still, close to a boom there. Rushed it a little bit in the end. I felt like I moved the adjustment a little bit. Moved it a little bit to the left there in the end. Maybe I just dried it a little bit too much. I don't know. It's hard to rely on the ball guideline there, as you can just stop short and you can go long as we did there. But see the positive side of it, that we actually find ourselves in a situation from the rough. We hit it perfect from the rough, even though we didn't line it up perfectly. So we forfeit shootout, take the birdie. Let's go and see which type of like. Yeah, the possible level 1. Oh, maybe. Maybe it's like I'm going to go with this one the next time we'll play, like in the weekend round. Actually, we do have more curl. Just 5 yards with a berserker ball. We should be able to reach if we do have 7, like 7, 8. But yeah, okay, interesting. We're going to go with a sniper. So we can spend those on hole number 1, hole number 10. Maybe we can find the adjustment there with the Apocalypse Light to curl it in on to the green. We can't use that much topspin though. We need to use a little bit less. I put the bunker there as well. Otherwise, I would be it would be a little bit easier. I'm going first. We're going to go by the rough again. Going to go with a Kingmaker, reduce the wind here. Three bars of top. Ah, great. Yeah. Unlike it, it's great. Coming close, we're going to roll down to the fringe. Come close. Happy with that. I think like I'm feeling good about the part 3s. Like as you can see, like going well with it. See if we can get it to drop. It came in a little bit too hot there. Like need to adjust it. Like I adjusted with 7 rings. A little bit curl in the wind, so I could go with 8 actually to. Okay, yeah. We're going to take the birdie. Absolutely, this is the tough part 3. We can't rely on us being close all the time, or even make it drop all the time. So we're going to see here how our opponent's going to do. Dun, dun, dun. So we're going to just chip it in here from the fringe. So we hit it perfect, roll in there, and we take it. We take it with a birdie. Oh, we went short. I missed that too. Now I need to open the door again. It's starting to be very warm. I kind of closed the door as it was blowing a lot. This one's going to be left, way left. As you can see there on the adjustment there with the ball, is going to curl a little bit to the left. Now the great could have saved him, but as he was lining up straight at the pin with a little bit downhill combined with the side wind to the left and also curling it a little bit. So I'm sorry, buddy. It's that wouldn't be going in. Good game though. So I think it's important to kind of address when the shot is lined up, and I think it's important to kind of look at it in an objective way, to not just see it as an unlucky shot. Oh, I was straight at the pin, it should be going in. You get pissed off, and like, so. Gonna go with Alex. Alex! So, hole number 3. I'm going to play ourselves up front, in front that we did the last time. I'm going to go with a Titan. Not going to go with any side spin. No, this one is going to be... No. I believe this one will be bunker. Bad, 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 bad! So we dropped that drive very, very badly, and now it's going to be tough, as we are on the side that we can't be on. See if we are able to even reach over, you know. Okay, like, sometimes we do make a mistake. We made a mistake. Now we need to try to save ourselves there. The good part is that we do have a Titan, so we'll have a little bit more wind and not having a Kingmaker. So that was a poor drive. I wanted to overpower it to go past the trees, and we need to do that. I don't want to have the trees in my adjust line. But we can't drop it great on the left. We can drop it great on the right to stay away from the rough. Like, to get it into the rough and go from there. So our opponent was going to reach, so we will most likely be at least a birdie. I'm going to see here now. We're not going to be able to reach here, I believe. Like, I'm going to see if we can bounce ourselves up, like with the king, with the Titan here. Going to have 5.9 in wind. It's going to most likely land in the rough. Yeah, and roll out there. Still, we do have short iron here for the pin. Or a wedge, basically. So we're going to go straight to the pin with straight wind. So we do have an opportunity to go there. Hopefully our opponent's going to lie... No, not straight wind, but a little bit to the side then. But it's going to be a problem for opponent reaches there. We can't drop a shot on this hole. We've been playing this so many times. But, yeah... Still have a shot to save it. Hopefully we can save it. But a little bit lucky there as well that we actually had a Spitfire to kind of give us that whole like long ball guide line. Hits it great. It's not going to go in, but it's going to be on the green though. It should be a putt that our opponent's going to do. My hair is going wild! Okay, we'll do... Okay, min, yeah. Oh my god. That was poor! Min distance with the thorn and with boot. That wasn't good. A bad hole in general. Bad hole in general, my friends. that is unfortunate. To drop a shot here on hole number 12. Good that we had a minus 13 on the front at least, but now we're just going to keep it going. We will be making mistakes sometimes. Better to do it in the opening round than do it in the weekend round. So we take the birdie and go through to hole number 4. Just need to drop that hole directly and not focus that much about that. Still have a minus 16 off the 12, which is so absolutely okay. Either they love me. I need to go and open the door. There we go. Oh, now it's blowing a little bit. That's awesome. Whew. It's getting hot. Our opponent is going to go by the rough, I believe, or it's going to go. No, it's not. It's going to try. That is going to be a tough one. I would not go with that one. It's too hard with like northwest wind going to be long, but still it's going to be an easy birdie there from the fringe though. Take Titan here. Basically had the same wind the last time. Good shot, good try, but we will not make that happen. Hopefully in the weekend round. I took the chair a little bit closer here so I actually can relax my back a little bit. I'm going to try to speak louder at least so it won't be hard to hear what I'm saying. We'll ship it in for a birdie most likely. Yeah, well, nice. Well done from our opponent. And then he knows that he will get to shoot up for free. No. Oh! There we go. Good game, buddy. Minus 17 of the 13. We're going to go to hole number 5 here. We're going to line up to the right. We were very, very close the last time. Take the extra mile. So maybe we can be doing basically the same type of shot, but make it drop in the end. So our opponent's going to try to bounce it there. It's going to be kind of interesting to see if he succeeds with that. I want to see how far it will go. Okay, that's unfortunate. We're going to go with a king east. Went a little bit too far the last time. It's going to take 4 here instead. Great on the right side should be enough to stay away from the rough. Yeah, it will. Can we just sit there nicely? Yeah, we should. Oh wow, we came in even longer this time. Wow. Still going to have a shot for the pin with a thorn. We do not want to go that long. Now this shot will be changed a little bit for us actually. So I wanted to go, yeah. Ah! This is going to be a tough one. In this position, I would be just trying to go for the green, like not trying to bounce into the rough. It's going to be very, very tough. Is it perfect going to go for the go directly onto the green? Yeah, but that is better. That is so much better than trying to bounce it into the rough. In my opinion, especially like with a rough sandwich, it's going to be hard to hit it perfect first of all. And then sing that song. Like we just 4. That was so close! We can't be closer than that! Still a little bit too much. I can't laugh about it. But it's good that we actually have that, like, basically there, and we will take a drop in the weekend instead. I don't know. Oh, we're just gonna tap it in for a birdie. So, good shot though. Good shot. Happy with the shot, so I can't complain about that. But it's a little bit unlucky to not get at the drop. Now we're gonna go to hole number 6. In the red time, taken away to the dogs. Hole number 15. We're going to go with the clubs that we do have. Nothing strange there. Going to see if we can be a little bit closer with Albatross this time. But this, I would say, like, combined with hole number 9, this is definitely a tough par 5. I'm happy that we do have some tailwind here in Pro. Otherwise, this would be very, very tough to reach over. So we're going to take a Kingmaker, and we're going to drop it as far as possible there on the fairway. And this is this side is of course a side that you actually can go with. I think our opponent's going to go by the rough, as it seems. Oh. Ooh. too bad. Like, want to have the second bounce onto if this one is going to be tough with the tree scene in the way. I was like, oh, I was so like. Just 5 in win, but doesn't really matter. We take that. Uh, Great on the right. Oh, that was a little bit lucky there. I was, but with yeah, but I'm very happy with the result, of course. And then dark night. Yeah, this one is going to be tough to get it to green. Oh, get up there. Oh, that is so close. That is a good attempt, though. Very good attempt. Okay, we need to underpower it just a little. A little bit too much over underpower. We should be just be touching the arrows there. Rather take a little bit more underpower because we don't want it to bounce directly on the frames though. But it's going to give ourselves an easy eagle. A little bit too far with a drive though, especially with tailwind. So we have to have that in mind when we play it. We do want to at least adjust full without, like, I really do dislike to underpower. That is well done from our opponent to get the eagle to like for where the drive were when he started. So we take the eagle here. There are 3 more holes to go. It's 16, 17, and 18. See if we can end it in a good way like we did the last time. So we're going to go directly to hole number 16. Hole 16. I'm going to go for the same adjustment as we did the last time, going for the rough bump. I would go with max backspin here as well, like kind of use curl instead of going with good shot. Good shot. Absolutely. Going to be a nice birdie. Nice shot to our opponent for that one. As we did the last time, 3.5. 1 to the side. Ah! Still a good shot. We take the birdie. A little bit too much there with our adjustment. But I love this type of wind here. We will be close. And we dropped it on the front nine, so we can't complain. So we made, what did we did that in qualifying? We did make a minus 12 in the qualifying round, I believe. Still, we did have a minus 13 for the front, and then we dropped a shot on hole number 12. Wow. So we're not going to change anything here. It's like we're going to try to bounce ourselves up, bounce ourselves over to the second fairway on hole number 17. It's like, even though we missed on hole number 12, I feel like the round has been something definitely to build on for the weekend. I do believe we will have to do minus 24, 25, 26 to be able to win, somewhere around that. Oh, more side spin, buddy. Or like a lot of curl. I think it's too much top. Oh. This one will. Oh no. No, 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 no. This one is water. This one is water. Uh. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't know how he was thinking though, but yeah. 4 top, max side, and then we need to, like, we definitely not overpower it. That one perfect. Going to hit the rough though. Well, and now we're going to have a thorn with a little bit longer distance. We do want to bounce over, of course, but we need to be perfect. The reason I'm just using 4 is like, I do want the ball to stay on the fairway. I don't want it to bounce up there top. Maybe we should now, you know. Cavs Massacre. Thanks a lot, Massacre. Something like that. Yeah, thanks a lot for following the stream on Twitch, buddy. I'll be in love. Much better from our opponent here. It's going to go right here. It's like, even though it's a nice shot there, a little bit more curl next time, or side spin, buddy. Okay, we do have a little bit more distance now to work with. Back 9. What do you do? Why are you doing like this to me? Yeah, close. I had to adjust a little bit more. It's like, get a little bit different first bounce here, like when we are not that far. Like again, back 9, a front 9, very good back 9, close, but not there, you know, and with a mistake. So we do have a hole number 9. I'm going to go for it, of course, like we did the last time as well. But in the end, it's going to be a decent round here. I'm going to definitely have to improve for the weekend here. This one is going to fall down. Shouldn't be a problem. Like from the fringe, or like pot. See if it stops fringe. Yeah. Let's do a birdie. So we do have one eagle on the back. Otherwise, we do have just birdies. So one more hole to go. A birdie -23, an eagle -24. We'll take the top position, but in the end, it's like it's not that is important in the opening. Here do we have we're going to be needed to have more. We're going to see we do have the clubs that we do want. As you can see, I kind of like always check the clubs before I play a hole. It's just to make sure. I know basically that we do have the right clubs, but the wrong, like it would be so sad to just to be with the wrong clubs. Look at trumpets, there you go. Yeah! It's just Jason Derulo. A long time ago, I listened to one of his songs. Now I know a song that I will be listening to for the upcoming videos. Need to take some water to drink for the next one. I'm going to, after this, I'm basically just going to relax a little bit. Then I'm going to take an expert round. I actually play with a Samsung device to try. Actually, I do have another Samsung tablet as well that I did invest in. Great! No! But it works well. We do want to hit it perfect though. It's going to be an easier layup now this time to the left than we had the last time. Trump. Our opponent bounced it over there nicely. But again, I do feel this approach is a little bit harder. Especially if you're used to play with a sniper from this approach, as we're going to do here. So we could try to go there, but yeah, now we're going to take the safe route. Max backspin, as much side spin to right as possible. So now we do have a sniper for the pin. Hopefully, like, maybe we can get it to drop. Maybe we can get it to drop. Uh-oh. Trumpets, there we go. And then trumpets, there you go. Going to stay nicely on the green. going to be an easy birdie for our opponent. Oh. We'll have to go for the bounce here as we were like in between clubs. It's not good. Falling apart on the back nine. What's happening here? Like, we find ourselves in between clubs. What are we doing? So, like, we need to have that in mind, definitely. This one is going to be tough, though. We are not having any backspin. So we missed that one. Oh my freaking god. So we missed that one slightly though, but doesn't really matter, we missed it. Oh my god, minus 13 for the front. And then we basically drop everything on the back and we end up with a par. 2 par 5s where we boomed in another way. We can't shake our head, my friends. We're going to go through with a minus 22, but look. We have a lot to do in the weekend. But still, we do make it through with a minus 22. And we take it. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you learned something at least here on this one. Please make a comment in the comment section below on how it went for you. And then don't miss out the other videos as well. Check out patreon.com for training sessions. And then drum bass, there you go.